DGC, you haven't done a pickups video in hella long time. What's going on with that? What's going on, gamers and collectors? DGC back with another video, and finally we're doing another pickups video. I told you these would be more spread out, just for me wanting to do different and varying content on the channel, and it's working out well because I've gained a lot of new subscribers from it, and I'm enjoying talking to each and every one of you, getting to know you, and getting different video ideas and this and that of stuff that people wanna watch. You want to see something from me? Leave it down in the comments below. You want to see a certain collection video, me talk about a certain game, I'm open for it. You leave a comment, I'll probably make a video on it. With that being said, let's jump into these pickups. So, off the top here, there was a recent GBA Hidden Gems video done by a larger YouTuber. It had a game in there that I've been wanting to own for a long time. With that being said, it was truly a hidden gem that not a lot of people knew about. I had to pull the trigger on it because if I didn't, this game would have got more and more expensive. Tough to say, but I kind of feel like it was getting ready to get to that point anyway. We got Gunstar Superheroes. Yeah, Gunstar Superheroes is a sequel to Gunstars on the Genesis. So I actually paid 40 bucks for this, and normally I don't name prices, but the reason I did is I don't know how I got this deal. It was sealed. You know me, I open my games. Keeping them sealed is quite frankly stupid. So I did open it. It came with one of these, what do we call these, acrylic cases on it. And when I opened it, it had some scratches on the back of the cartridge as if it had been slid in and out of a GBA multiple times, or GBA player, or whatever. So I immediately called the guy out. I was like, this obviously ain't brand new if there's scratches on the back of the cartridge. So he's like, well, send me a picture. And then he's like, well, I sent it with my phone at first, and then he was like, well, this doesn't show me anything. So I used my Canon 80D and zoomed it in super far with a, it's DSLR, so it takes great pictures. And he goes, well, how do I know that's not real? So then I was like, well, do you want me to take the cartridge apart? And then he was like, blah, 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 blah. So I ended up getting this for like $21.35. Semi-new. I mean, it's in great condition, but he resealed it clearly. So never buying from that seller again, but he did give me, basically 20 bucks back, so I didn't really leave any feedback, so whatever. Really cool game, actually. I beat about half of this. It's actually super easy on the first two. I think there's only 5 levels. The first 2 are easy, the third one gets pretty difficult, and then the fourth one I just couldn't even get past it yet, so at some point in the future I will try to beat this again. Alright, so we'll jump into, I guess this is one stack. Yeah, so this is one stack here. Yeah. So I got all of this from, well, minus this one. For any of you familiar with Power Player Paul, he lives not terribly far from me. He lives about an hour away from me in Virginia. I live in Maryland. I went to his second in Charles and basically took all the games that I thought were worth taking, and here they are. So ended up picking up Splinter Cell Double Agent for the PS3. This was under $5. I don't remember exactly how much, but it is a nice complete in box copy. I love Splinter Cell. It's a really great series and franchise, frankly. Rumor has it we're getting a new one. I can't wait for that. However, I hope it's the original Sam Fisher, not the weird one that we got in Blacklist. I enjoyed the hell out of Blacklist, but I didn't like the voice actor. Like, why would you do that? That's like changing Master Chief's voice, or you just don't do that. Like, that guy was Sam Fisher. Like, that's like changing Darth Vader's voice into something else. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't do that. So hopefully they go back to him, and yeah, that would just be great. Like, reboot it with him as like a younger guy or something. I don't know. Now these two, I was actually very excited to get these because, as you know, if you're a subscriber, I was really big into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I got super sucked into that. I played that non-stop for weeks and weeks and weeks. So then, lo and behold, I found out there was these games on the PS2 called Xenosaga. There's 3 of them. I found 4 copies of the first one and 3 copies of the second one at this Second and Charles. I took all of them up to the front counter because at Second and Charles, every game just about is in one of those little clamshell things, so you have to take them up to the front, they open them, and then you can look at the game. I took them all up there. I was like, fuck it, I'm Frankensteining these bitches and getting a nice copy. So with that being said, I got Xenosaga Episode 1, Xenosaga 2. I Frankenstein the fuck out of these, out of all the cases, made the nicest copies that I possibly could. Complete and complete. So really excited to get these. The third one obviously is the most expensive because I think the third one would have come out in... the third one probably came out when the PS3 was out. I'm just taking a guess. And if not, it was incredibly late in the lifespan of the PS2, so that's why there's not a lot of copies of it. Now here's a cool one that I can't decide if I want to flip and get the PS3 version because I'm more of a PS3 collector for multiplats during that gen. This is actually creeping up in price and nobody talks about this game. It's kind of a hidden gem. Might be in a hidden gems video here in the near future. Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. So I actually found out about this game on another channel, which name is eluding me right now, but there's 2 games in this series. The first one can be owned physically on the 360 and the PS3. The second one in America can only be owned on the 360. The second one is available on the PSN for the PS3, but not physically in America. For what reason, I don't know. So with that being said, I'll probably just keep the 360 version to have both of them on one system. Really cool game, kind of gives me like a weird Mad Max vibe. It's a huge anime in Japan. I don't really know anything about it. I'm not going to claim that I do. I do know that it is an anime and it's kind of big, I think. So if you know any more about this series or this game, I know it's like a beat 'em up Mad Max apocalypse type kind of thing, or at least that's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong, but cool looking game. I do want to try this. This goes for about 40 and I got this for $5, so kind of want to flip it just to make some money back, but at the same time I kind of just want to keep it because I actually have been looking for this game, but I actually wanted the PS3 copy. So on the 360 I do love collecting the exclusives for it because I love collecting Xbox exclusives. Here's a cool one that has always escaped me. It's not rare, I don't think. It's a World War II shooter, Hour of Victory. So it isn't exclusive to the 360. If it's on PC, I'm not entirely sure. But cool game nonetheless. Glad to add this to the collection. Alright, so OG Xbox exclusives. Been adding the last couple ones here. We got Prisoner of War. All these games are complete in box. If they're not, I don't buy them. Prisoner of War, cheap game. Cool looking game, honestly. Again, World War II game. You're a prisoner of war. Check this game out online on YouTube if you want to learn more about that. Here's another one. We got Blazing Angels, Squadrons of World War II. Now here, this is not an exclusive to the Xbox, but this is actually, you know how you watch people talk about top 10 rare Xbox games who don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they don't actually collect for the system and don't know what they're talking about? Let me tell you right here, this is probably in the top 5 rarest games for the Xbox original, and nobody knows about it. I happen to get this copy for $2.99 at 2nd and Charles. AMF's Xtreme Bowling. This game is incredibly rare. Much like World Racing 2, you probably won't even find one on eBay. So, go ahead and check that out. Obviously, CIB. This is also available on the PS2 as well, so it's not exclusive. There are more copies on the PS2 than there are the Xbox. The Xbox One is incredibly rare. Alright, so here's a really cool one. I actually just started watching this anime on Netflix. So this one is, we ended up scoring a copy of Robotech, and this one actually comes with a free inside Robotech Episode 1 DVD, which actually was in the case, and the has a nice thick manual in there too. Really cool game. I want to watch the rest of the anime before I jump into the game. I'm not a huge anime guy, but I'm trying to like get into it more. There's a few that have piqued my interest, Robotech being one of them. So you know, I'm kind of into more of like the mech animes. Like if they've got mechs in it, then I kind of like it. Like Transformers, Robotech, you know, Gundam. I love Gundam. Dragon Ball Z. Who doesn't like Dragon Ball Z? But and the last game that I got at 2nd and Charles would be this one. Again, I've been looking for this for quite some time. Not an exclusive. I believe it's definitely on the PS2, and I'm pretty sure it's on the GameCube as well. This is Roadkill. So really cool game. This is actually kind of a Twisted Metal meets Burnout meets Crash and Burn. We don't really get these types of games anymore. I really love vehicular combat games. This is a really cool one, super cheap, not rare at all. You can find this for like under $5. Mine is complete. So definitely check this game out if you can find it. Whatever system, they probably all play the same. Really cool game. Can't recommend this one enough. This was like probably one of Midway's last games they ever released, because I think they died right at the beginning of the 360 or the end of the Xbox. Now another one that I got for the Xbox, I bought this one on eBay. This is actually an exclusive console-wise to the Xbox, quite on the more expensive side. Siberia 2. So I ended up buying this with Siberia 1, even though I already owned Siberia 1, because I got both of them in a lot for $35. This typically goes for $45 alone, complete. This is a really pretty good copy, so I'm glad to have added this to the collection. It is an exclusive console-wise, so I needed it. This is a series that I kind of want to jump into. So I have Siberia 1 and 2 on the Xbox, and then Siberia 3 is on the Xbox One, and then I think Siberia 4 is also on the Xbox One and PS4. But so I kind of want to jump through and play them all. They're really cool point-and-click games. I don't really know a ton about them, or they might even be pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty confident they're point-and-click games. I could be wrong, but either way, I know these are regarded to have really great stories, so I want to jump in and actually play them. All right, so. Alex, I thought you were going for a complete Wii U set. What's up with that, man? You ain't talk about the Wii U ever. Alright, so the reason I don't ever pick up Wii U shit is because, quite frankly, the games that I'm getting down to, the nitty and gritty of, they're just bullshit games that I just frankly don't want to play. However, certain things like 007 Legends, I could actually play this and enjoy it. I picked this up at GameStop, you can tell. I think this was like $7.99, and then I picked up Lego The Hobbit. Again, a game I could actually probably play and enjoy. I had another one of those $10 reward power-up things, so I ended up picking both these up for like $11. So can't beat that. They're both, oops, shit, there goes the receipt. Both complete, and so I am still trying to get the full Wii U set. It's getting to the point where like I just don't want to pick up some of those games just because I just can't pay that much for Lego games. I just can't. Like, they need to be like $5 or I'm just not picking it up. Alright, so as a gamer, I feel ashamed to admit that I've never played Okami. I own it on the Wii, but I just straight never played it. If you're not aware of this, to me as a Nintendo guy, I hate the Wii. I don't hate it, but I basically hate it. I think it was kind of a mistake on Nintendo's part. Yeah, it sold well, but it alienated the hardcore gamer, and frankly, most of us got pissed off about it. And yeah, there's a lot of good games on it, but you know, the Wii, if they had made it HD, I think the Wii probably would have been like a 200 million seller, you know what I mean? Like, and it would have gotten some of the other, you know, all the Assassin's Creeds and the Call of Duties and all, you know, all that good stuff, and the GTAs and all that good stuff. But whatever, that's in the past. Can't happen now. So I picked up Okami HD on the Xbox One, and the reason I picked that up is because it has the Xbox One X Enhance performance, being 4K Ultra HD, and the actual textures are better. It runs a little bit better. It stays at a solid 60 on the Xbox. I waited for Digital Foundry to do their, you know, magic that they do, and it runs a little bit better. And it also has a feature that the PlayStation 4 version doesn't have, which being the impulse triggers. So with what that does, you know, Xbox has those fancy triggers in the controller that they touted at all their E3s that no games have really taken advantage of. However, Okami HD actually takes advantage of the impulse triggers, so I'm excited to give that a shot here in the near future. Alright. Quite a few PS4 games here to go through. Secret of Mana. So if you follow me on Twitter, follow me if you don't. I had to go on a serious 35-minute adventure to go to a different GameStop that I normally don't go to pick this up. If you're not aware of this game is already becoming quite collectible, to say the least. This was $30 new. They're going for about $45 on eBay as of recording this. So if you're even remotely interested in this, I definitely would snag one of these up in the near future if you can. Does it deserve all the hate that it's getting? Frankly, no. I never played the original. I would like to now that I've played this one. For $30 or even 50, I can say this is an enjoyable experience. Yes, their mouths don't move when they're talking, and is the art style as good as it could have been? Probably not, but frankly, I enjoy the art style. This is coming from a guy who loves Wind Waker, and you know, I just love cel-shaded graphics. And this is not really cel-shaded, but it's like cartoony looking. But so Secret of Mana, I definitely recommend picking this up if you can. It is getting quite collectible, I'll say that. Alright, let's see here. Here's another cool one. So actually, this is a order from Strictly Limited Games, 99 vidas, and I did pick up the little placard or whatever you want to call this. These are cool, but like if it were just small enough to like fit in the case, it would be a little bit better. I don't think I'll be ordering these anymore. I now own this one and then the 99 Knights for Griffin Knight, or was it? No, it's just called Griffin Knights. This is 99. So I own this one for this, and then the Griffin Knight one. They're cool, but I don't think, you know, I don't really need it. I mean, they come with the little postcard that does fit in the case, so that's cool. 99 vidas. Really cool game. I'm very glad that I picked this up. This is a really good representation of how beat 'em ups still could survive on current gen. It's a really fun game, and like, I don't usually recommend buying things digitally, but if you like beat 'em up games on like retro systems, buy this digitally. It's a really fun game. Surprisingly, it has a lot of replay value to it. I've already beat it damn near one time. I'm on like the last level. So to give a description of this, like I think it's the third level. It's like a hand-drawn level with like pencils and stuff, and it's just each level has a very distinct feel to it. And this is a really, who made this game, I don't even honestly know, but whoever made this game like really put some love and care into this game. It really shows. It's a really cool game, and you can tell this was made by like a gamer's gamer. Like some of the boss fight, like I don't want to ruin it, but I mean, you crash into like this one game store, and then you fight like the boss of the game store, and it's a really cool game. I can't recommend it enough. So I don't buy a ton of limited run game stuff, but when I do, I actually open my copies. Skyforce Anniversary, cool shoot 'em up. I love shoot 'em ups. I'm going for the full PS4 shoot 'em up collection. There are a couple that I'm missing because limited run games. So I did snag this one. I played it. I did catch Video Game Collector streaming it the other day. This is a really tough game. Beautiful though. This was originally a cell phone game, and they ported it over to consoles. Really beautiful though. It really is for a shoot 'em up. Like, I love the art style in this. It's tough though because you basically die in one hit. So you absolutely have to master these levels. I would assume once you beat one level, you go to the next one, then you die, and you just go back to the second level and so forth. However, I don't know. So if you know, leave a comment down below. And the last game, I don't pick up a lot of PSVR games because, frankly, there just aren't a ton of things that appeal to me. However, I know that I wanted a VR and I'm enjoying it. So far I have Doom VFR, Skyrim, which I got the Skyrim bundle, and then I got Farpoint with the gun, and then I got the demo disc, and then I have Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition, and the newest addition to it would be Bravo Team. So this was actually recommended to me by a fellow Marylander that is a sub of mine, and I chat with pretty regularly on Twitter. He mentioned picking up this game. This is basically Time Crisis, for those of you that don't know. I don't think it might share one or two developers from that. I have no idea. But it very much feels like a Time Crisis game. It's very good. It's very short, but then again, all Time Crisis games are, so whatever. I would recommend, if you have this or you do want to get this, you definitely need to play it with the aim gun. It plays okay with the controller, but definitely it's just more immersive to play it with the gun, and it's a really fun game, and you can actually co-op this game online, so it's a really enjoyable experience if you have a VR. Look forward to a VR video coming out soon. I just wanted to get enough experience and enough games with the PSVR to be able to do a video on it. Alright, So, this is actually a bigger stack than I thought it would be. Well, we'll go for this last one here. I never pick up PS1 games, but here's one that I just absolutely had to pick up from the Second and Charles. I guess this one must have somehow gotten into a different stack. Dino Crisis 2. So I actually really love Dino Crisis 3, even though that's like the most hated one out of the series on the Xbox. However, I really enjoyed it. So I started with that one, then I want to work my way back to Dino Crisis 1 and 2. Dino Crisis 2 never came out on the Dreamcast, it only came out on the PlayStation. So I have Dino Crisis 1 on the Dreamcast and Dino Crisis 2 on the PlayStation. This is a very nice minty copy. I'm very happy to have added this to the collection. I cannot wait to play through all three of those. Alright, so here is a cool thing. This is 5 Nintendo Switch games. I don't pick Switch games up a lot, and I've actually been waiting to show these off for a little while now. So we'll go ahead and show off this one first, being Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap by Nicalis. So this actually has a reversible cover to it. This one has little clay figures made onto it. The back's always the same, and then the other one has the normal one. So this is the Nicalis, nice little limited edition, and it comes with the cool little doodad guy, the lizard guy. Nice, really nice colored manual. Nicalis always does great work, they really do. And then it comes with a mini soundtrack, and there's my receipt. So really cool game, beautiful game. They actually, for those of you that aren't aware, just announced I think it's actually a 4th Wonder Boy game that's coming out. So that's actually really exciting. I could foresee that becoming a little bit collectible on the Switch here in the near future. Now, here is, we'll go for these two at the same time. I picked these up online at the same time. These were $30 when I bought them. However, these are getting to be known to be rare Switch games. So I'm warning you now that these are 2 rare Switch games. 88 Heroes, 98 Heroes Edition. So this is becoming collectible, to say the least. It does actually have a cool insert on the inside of all the heroes. It's a cool game. I'm not going to lie to you, it's different, and it is very fun to play. I haven't gotten very far into it yet because it's kind of tough, I'm not going to lie. But it is a cool idea, and I do intend on playing this a lot more. It's a cool pick up and play game, along with this one as well. This is LUMO. Both of these were released by Rising Star Games. Typically their stuff becomes rare. So this is LUMO. I actually really wanted this on the PS4 a long time ago and just never picked it up for whatever reason, and it now came out on the Switch, so I'm okay with that. And well, we'll get to this sticker sheet here in a second. So this one does as well have a insert in it, not as cool as the 88 Heroes insert, but nevertheless it's not plain and white like Azure Striker. So yeah, so I forget what this is called, this game, but I could foresee the sticker sheet being rare, so I borrowed this from a nice used copy at GameStop because they didn't really care, and I just kind of took it. But yeah, so here's another one. This is actually a rare game from Nintendo that came out day one digitally, and I didn't buy it because of that, and we did inevitably get a physical release of Snipper Clips. This is the definitive version. This has all the DLC, or not DLC, but the patches and everything installed onto the cart, so this is like the complete version of it. I would definitely pick this up if I were you sometime soon. This could be one of those weird, obscure, rare Nintendo Switch games in the near future. I really do think so. Alright, so the last one actually just came in the mail yesterday. Haven't opened it yet. Don't really know if I want to, not on a rarity factor, and I know I harp on people for not opening their games, but just simply because I'm so backlogged at this point with my games that I just don't even want to open it, because why would I open it if I can't even play it right now? I mean, I could, but I just have so many games that I'm trying to beat, and I'm actually cutting back on buying games. I know this is a huge pickup, but this is also, you got to remember, for about a month and a half, 2 months worth of pickups. So this is the final game here, is Human Fall Flat from Super Rare Games. They're a newer company entering the market of limited, rare, run, special magic games. As if we didn't have enough companies doing that already. You got Limited Run, you got Strictly, Super Rare, East Asia, V Blank. There's like 6 or 7 companies that do this shit now. It's kind of getting to be too much, I'll be honest here. They also have a copy of Flame in the Flood, which I already own from Limited Run on my PS4. However, I would rather own it on the Switch, but that's just simply not possible because I already bought it on the PS4, and I'm not going to double dip on that game. We're getting into this weird gray area of, and I was actually talking to Oso Jiggly about this the other day, should I just start waiting for Switch ports on all these games? Because it kind of feels like I just need to wait on all these games to come to the Switch, because with the success of the Switch, I feel like we're just getting all these games super late on the Switch, and it's kind of fine for me because I'm so backlogged with games that if they come out a year from now, fuck it, I'm cool with that, honestly, because I've still got early PS3 or PS4 titles that I want to beat that I haven't even touched yet, like Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. I haven't, or Human Revolution, yeah, Mankind Divided is the second one. I haven't even beat it yet, and I loved the first one. Mad Max, still haven't beat that. Like, I really got into it and wanted to finish it. So, for these Switch games, man, like, I feel like we're just getting everything poured over. Like, I guarantee you we're going to get DBZ Fighters eventually. We're going to get Final Fantasy 15 Royale Edition is going to come to the Switch. It already got, it was on a freaking GameStop TV. Of course it's coming. We know it's coming, okay? So I'm getting to the point where, like, I'm just going to wait for them to come to the Switch, and, like, at that point, like, I might even just wait for them to be used on the Switch, and then that'll hurt Switch sales, and it's just like, Nintendo always gets into this never-ending cycle that, Nintendo, you need to get these games day one for the Switch. Entice the developer. Tell them you'll help optimize the game. Convince NVIDIA to help optimize these games for your systems. Just make it happen. Like when GTA 6 gets announced for PS5 and Xbox One, and the Switch will be super outdated at that point, but go help Rockstar make it on the Switch. Like, help Red Dead 2 come out on the Switch. Hopefully it got delayed because it's getting ported to the Switch. We have no idea. I can only hope so. Because as much as I love great graphics because I have a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One X, I would rather just play it on my Nintendo system. I'm a Nintendo gamer. I want all the games on the Nintendo system. Like, I would still buy the PlayStation for the exclusives, and I still buy the Xbox for the exclusives. But to me, I grew up with the GameCube. That was my main system when I was a teenager to an adult. So that was the last great bastion of hope for Nintendo fanboys, where we got most of the third parties day one. You'd get your Splinter Cells, you'd get your Need for Speeds, you'd get all your games, for the most part, day one on the GameCube versus the Xbox and the PS2. And those are the days that I truly miss of gaming. Is Nintendo making the right steps to get back in that direction? Absolutely. Is it going to take them some time and some support from us? Yes. But again, Jiggly and I were talking about this, and he had the same stance I did. Like, LA Noire, I'm sorry, if the game's not on the fucking cart, I'm not buying it. Like, the Switch servers will go down one day. Rest assured, they will eventually be shut off. Whether it's 10 years from now or 20 years from now, one day they will be shut off, and your copy of LA Noire is not worth jack diddly, because you don't even have the full game on the cart. So, and that's just one example. There's the NBA game had that, the wrestling game I believe had that, and just put the whole game on the fucking cart. It's not that hard. You fit Pokemon Gold and Silver onto those tiny little carts, and you compressed it. So, like, Nintendo clearly knows how to do all that. Like, make it happen. Put those games on the carts, or like, I'm just straight up not gonna buy those games. Like, that's just how it is. To me, the Wii U was the last gamer's console. Most of those games, and I'm talking like 90% of them, because I own like 80% of the games, can be played straight off the disc without a patch. And there's something about that that's just magical about just putting a game in and just fucking playing the thing. You don't have to install it. You don't have to download patches. You don't have to be bugged if you want to buy additional content that should have just been on the game in the first place, So for me, the reason I love the Wii U so much is just because it really was the last gamer's console, in my opinion. I am planning on making a dedicated Wii U, kind of a Wii U review, really. And I think I might wait until I have all the games for it, and that's when I might drop like a nice knowledge-based video on the Wii U. And just my thoughts and opinions on why it really was just an amazing console, and it really doesn't deserve all the hate that it does. In 10 years from now, people are going to be praising the Wii U, and it's really a shame that nobody supported the damn thing, because it offered an experience that we're never going to get again. With the gamepad, just having like you're here and your map's here, or like you're drawing, and like I don't even know. Like there's so many potential ideas that could have happened on the Wii U, but here I go rambling again. I haven't done that in a little while. So those are all the pickups. Hopefully you enjoyed that. By the time you're watching this, I'm trying to think of what's coming next. I usually try not to say what's coming next, but I think the next video, if I can get it done in time, you will truly enjoy. So appreciate you stopping by. I know this was a little bit of a longer video, but pickup videos are just going to happen about once every month or so. So hopefully you watch this. It's about a half-an-hour video at this point. If you did, leave me a comment on anything you've picked up recently, if you enjoyed any of these games, if you have any questions about any of these games or anything like that, or if you have any ideas for future videos that you'd like to see, definitely leave a comment down below. If you're a new subscriber, what's up? If you're an existing subscriber, what's up? If you're just randomly clicking on this video and you somehow watched a half an hour of it and didn't subscribe, go ahead and hit that button. If you haven't hit the like button already, do so. If you hit the dislike button, whatever, doesn't bother me none, but at least tell me why you disliked it. With all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, peace out for now. Till next time.
Come here, you mother...